Ahoy there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Richard Gwen coming of Nostra Capital, coming to you from another cool, or rather, should I say, cold early morning here in the Southern Hemisphere. Excuse me. And this particular video is going to be about Ethereum. And we've seen a lot of activity in Ethereum the last few days, just as we've seen in Bitcoin. And as we all know, Bitcoin leads the market. And wherever Bitcoin leads, everybody else or every other cryptocurrency goes. Again, we start with our Ichimoku charts. This is definitely a bullish chart. Slight worry here when you see the Kenji-sen above the Tenkan-sen, but Chiku is not caught up within the price action, is running free. Cloud is at a certain angle and just slightly flattening over there, but I don't think that's too much to worry about. And if you look down here, the energy is about 47.11. I'm talking about the yellow line here, which means that there's some energy within the markets. But let's look at the lower time frames, because the higher time frame actually sets the direction, the overall direction of where the market is going to go. The lower time frames bring about the change. So let's look at the daily chart very quickly. Now switching over to the daily chart, we can see this is definitely bullish. Tenkan-sen above the Kijun-sen, price action nicely pointing upwards. The Chiku's out of the cloud, all nice and dandy. Cloud here, as you can see, the Kumo is there, or cloud as we say, is at an angle telling you that this is definitely bullish. All well and good. However, there is a slight problem. Let's look down here at the energy, the fractional energy of this particular market, and you can see it is at about 37.28. Whenever the market is below 38.1, we should start getting worried. That means that it's running out of energy. And if this falls any lower, that means there's no energy to drive the market up. And in that case, we could see a fall in the Ethereum price. Now, the market, it might not fall immediately, but definitely it's telling you there's no more energy in the markets. That means they're running out of buyers. So we have to be very cautious here. If you look at the green line here, or should we say the cyan line here, this is the Lagar RSI. And the Lagar RSI is used because it is non-linear. And here, this is definitely telling you it's bullish, and when you see it flat like that, that tells you that, oh, the price is going up. If we just take the cloud out just for a few seconds, you can look at the price. Look at that price action on Ethereum. That's straight up. You got the odd red candles here, but in the upward direction. No question about that. Let's put the cloud back. Let's head down to the 4 hours, the bridge between the swing traders and the long-term traders. And here, as you can see, it's definitely bullish. Tenkan-sen above the Kijun-sen, definitely. All above the cloud. Price action pointing upwards. Chiku span here running free. No problem at all. Let's look at the Kumo. Oh, look at the Kumo. Right. Almost parallel here to the price action. That's telling you definitely bullish. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the energy. The energy down here is at 36.62. That is under the 38.2 mark. Now you have the 38.2 is the lower mark, and the 68.1 has the higher mark, which tells you that that's got a lot more energy. Now when you see that, or when you look at the numbers, you know those are Fibonacci numbers. So you've really got to respect them when you think of it. And as we can see here, as I said here, the energy in the markets is at about 36.62. That should concern everyone. And so I'd definitely advise caution. Again, caution should be advised because if you look at this last penultimate the penultimate candle here, you can see that it's a bit of a hammer there, and you can see it's come all the way down and pushed all the way back. So there's been a serious battle between the bulls and the bears. Okay, so let's go back to the weekly very quickly. Let's remove the cloud here, and then let's put the Bitcoin bull market support. And as you can see, the last two candles, the closing prices have been above the 20 weekly SMA. The 20 weekly SMA is this green line. The purple line is the 21 weekly exponential moving average. And this is rather encouraging But I do worry about the lower time frames and the lack of energy, or should I say, as the lower time frames are beginning to run out of energy, one begins to be concerned. Again, we look at our energy here. As you can see, that's, I'm talking about the yellow line again. It's 47.11. It's about 9 points above the 38.1, which tells you that there's still a bit of energy left in the market. The leg RSI is going up, as you can see with that green arrow here. Nevertheless, if there's going to be any changes, the changes will come from the lower time frames into the upper time frames, and we should be cautious. So I would say keep an eye on the market and don't get too excited that it's going to go through the moon just yet. The price may fall, although if you look at the candles here, you've got three white soldiers here, 1, 2, 3, all green. That tells you that that's definitely going to be higher. If we just pop down to the daily time frame here, as you can see, you've got 4 white soldiers here, which definitely says by candlestick reading, this is definitely a market going up. Now the market may still go up a little bit before it falls if the market actually runs out of some energy. So we've got to be very careful here. I would advise caution. I would advise don't get too excited. Look, I'm just like you. I'd like to see the price go up. But we also have to worry about what Bitcoin does, because if Bitcoin suddenly has any fall, it's going to affect the alt market. I know this, you know this, everyone knows this. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave you with that cautionary note. Nevertheless, as I always say, trade the market in front of you. Trade the market in front of you. If the market doesn't care how you feel, the market will do what it wants to do. So get used to it and just trade the damn market in front of you. Anyway, as always, keep your eyes and ears open and you're trading sharp. Have a good one. Bye.